Latasha was born on April 21, 1987 in Greenville, Mississippi. She had a big, tight-knit family. Latasha, her dream was to go to Jackson State University in Mississippi. Jackson State is an HBCU, known as a historically black college or university, founded in 1877. Jackson, Mississippi is only an hour from her hometown. She was excited to be attending Jackson. This is always something she talked about with family. Her senior year, Latosha had started dating a guy named Stanley. Stanley was older than her. He really didn't have anything going for himself. So Latosha told Stanley, "You should enroll into Jackson State." Stanley enrolled and followed Latosha to Jackson, Mississippi. Latosha studied accounting and Stanley was majoring in criminal justice. Latosha had her head in the right direction. She knew what she wanted to do. She stayed on the dean's list. As far as Stanley, he would skip class. Latosha started to grow tired of Stanley and his ways, so she decided to part ways. Stanley and Latosha parted ways in February of 2007. She started dating a new guy named Marquise, and Stanley was dating as well. She was happy with Marquise. She mentioned to her family he was very helpful. Before Latosha went missing, she brought Marquise to her home, and he met the family on November 10th. That was the last day family saw her alive. On November 14th, that's when things started to get suspicious. Latosha wasn't seen by her new boyfriend, and she didn't answer her phone for family. Marquise filed a missing person report for Latosha. Police decided to contact her boyfriend and her friends. Latosha's car was still on campus, so they thought she must not be too far. When they spoke to Latosha's friend, they found out her tires was slashed a month prior. Her friend actually was the last person who saw her. They both left class together. Latasha had a class at 1 p.m. and she got out of class at 2:20 p.m. and she just disappeared in thin air. She never made it back to a dorm. She never made it to a car. Where could she be? When detectives pulled her phone records, it showed that she went to her new boyfriend home and traveled back to campus. After that, her phone activity disappeared. Her parents were very suspicious of the new boyfriend. They knew they had a small argument, so they thought it may have escalated. After the police concluded that her new boyfriend had nothing to do with her being missing, the family told police about Stanley, her ex-boyfriend. They found out that he withdrew from Jackson State University a week after Latosha's disappearance. Things started to unravel about their relationship through her friends. It was revealed that Stanley was physical with Latosha multiple times. One particular incident on October 9th, this happened about a month before Latasha went missing. She takes Stanley cold to get his paycheck. Latasha sometimes helps Stanley out with stuff, like giving him a ride. She was on the phone with Marquis Smith, who was her boyfriend at the time. Stanley got mad and lunged at her and actually broke her phone. When Latosha found out he had another woman pregnant, family and friends thought that Stanley and Latosha was in no communication at all. A month later, they received a call from a dealership stating the car that was being traded in the carpet inside of the trunk was cut out, and that was suspicious. Police checked the tag and the VIN and found that it belonged to a young lady. She was Stanley Cole's girlfriend. Her name was Simone. Simone was pregnant and Stanley was the father. Since they were unable to get arrest warrants for Stanley, they could get search warrants for the car. They tested the car. The blood that was in the car belonged to Latosha. Police needed to get Stanley and his girlfriend to talk to them. They questioned Simone and she mentioned one particular time she was going to empty the garbage, and Stanley was persistent about him emptying the garbage, and he took a long time emptying the garbage. When questioning Stanley, he was very nonchalant. But when police stated, "We just want her back, can you help us find her?" He glared and his eyes started watering. He stated, "If I show you where she's at, can I see my mother?" Stanley stated that he picked Latosha up in Simone's car. They started arguing about the past. He got upset and hit her to the point where she stopped breathing. He put her in the trunk and picked up his girlfriend Simone. They were riding around while Latosha was in the trunk. He showed them where he placed Latosha's body. He stated that he hit her too hard, but after further autopsy and forensics, it seems like she was stabbed by Stanley. Stanley received 40 years.